But yeah, I think we're both pretty agreement in that I don't think England will really. Maybe they do compete, but I think if they are to compete come Friday, I think we need to see the real Joe Root. And I mean that in two ways. Obviously, we need to see what he can do, but I'd like to see him. He knows his game, and this is what I like the concept.
He's successful pre-Bazball.
Yes, exactly. He, where you could go and sit there and say, oh, they got hammered in the Ashes a few times. They've been a bad test team for a while. He was always the shining light. He was always the exception. It was always, well, this test team is pretty poor. Anderson and Broad can still give us a lot, but but he was always the constant. And I don't think he has to. I think he needs to understand that whilst he can be a bit more aggressive, you're a test player with almost 12,000 test runs. You've got an average of 50. You've scored 50 hundreds in your career. You know what to do. So let Stokes and the Buggers bat the way they want to bat, but you and our run baron go out and play a Joe Root innings. And he was never someone who was particularly conservative. He loved a good cover drive and a decent straight. He's probably the best batsman England have ever produced. So he doesn't need to be playing reverse laps and sweeps and these things. He got there by playing reasonable cricket shots and being measured. Why not go out, be measured, play some decent cricket shots, and earn the right to play a lap and a reverse and things?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's clearly aware that he's been getting out a lot. He's good enough to do it without it. Get yourself in a position, not when you in your teens still. To try that. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a bit too much reliance on a freak of nature to come right from a batting performance, like two massive knocks, particularly just for the depth of this India team. In India, it's really, really hard to compete with.